Hello everybody, my name is Beck. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be going through all the books that I intend to read in the month of December, holiday edition. And I have a total of 14 books that I like to read, but most of them are novellas, and I read a lot faster when it comes to ebooks, and some of them are audiobooks, so even better. So most of the books that I'll be talking about today is available on Kindle Unlimited. Some are relatively cheap and some are free for whatever reason. Sometimes authors do like to release like holiday romance for free during the month of December, so pick them up while they're still available, I guess. So the very first physical book that I have on me is The Christmas Postcard by Karen Swan. I picked this up during a Black Friday sale. It was only $8, a bargain. And I heard Karen Swan on TikTok. That's where I get most of my information from. So correct me if I'm wrong down below. Karen Swan only typically writes like holiday romances based around Christmas. This one is about a woman called Natasha. She's engaged to be married to a man that she's like iffy about. During like a holiday celebration of whatnot, Natasha manages to bump into a random man, tries to convince her to get with him instead of her current fiance. So the random stranger ghosts Natasha, and Natasha decides to just keep on going with the marriage and ends up marrying her fiance. And I guess fast forward when they both have like another holiday trip, they bump into the stranger again. Does that make any sense? I hope that makes sense. It sounds really messy, but I'm intrigued. And the second book I have is Kiss Her Once For Me by Alison Kucherin, and she is the author of The Charm Offensive. I wanted to read that book, but I never managed to pick it up. It's been on my TBR for a while. I'm waiting for a library loan because I'm pretty sure my library has it. But this one is about 1 year ago, recent Portland transplant Ellie Oliver had a dream job in animation and Christmas Eve bookshop. Meet cute with a woman she fell in love with over the course of a single night. But after a betrayal the next morning, the loss of her job soon after, she finds herself adrift alone and desperate for money. Since finding work at a local coffee shop, she's been getting through the day until Andrew, the shop's landlord, proposes a shocking drunken plan, a marriage of convenience that will give her his recent inheritance and alleviate Ellie's financial woes and isolation. They decide to spend the holidays together at his family cabin to keep up the ruse, but when Andrew introduces his fiancée that his sister is Jack, the mysterious woman she fell for last Christmas Eve. Now over one very festive week, Ellie must choose between the safety of a fake relationship and the risk of something real. So fake dating, marriage of convenience, and this is a sapphic book. Let me tell you, I went through a lot of trouble to grab this book. It's only available at Kmart for $14, and you can buy it on Amazon for $25. If you add this shipping together, it's the same, but I did manage to buy more books from Kmart. This sounded really interesting. I kept seeing it on my Instagram feed and on TikTok. I wanted to read it so bad, and I convinced myself that I'm going to love this book. I'm definitely going to pick up The Charm Offensive after the holiday season is over. Okay, I'm gonna go through all my Kindle Unlimited and Kobo exclusive ones now. I'm gonna keep looking down because my laptop is situated on the floor, and just for the sake of this video and for consistency's sake, because I love to ramble and go off a tangent, I'm just trying to be more concise so you won't have like a 15-minute video for me, but I feel like I'm rambling at this point, so let's get on with the program. So the very first book that I really want to read, and I think it's a novella, is Resting Scrooge Face by Megan Quinn, and I'm just thankful that the audiobook comes for free if you have Kindle Unlimited with it. So this story is about a bad breakup. Nora moves into a small town and it's a second chance romance. Resting Scrooge Face by Megan Quinn sounds like a really fun, quick novella, holiday Christmas Eve read. I'm looking forward to reading it because I've never read a Megan Quinn book before, but I have some of her stuff in my library. So this will be the very first book that I'm going to be reading from this author. The next book that I want to read is Scrooge by V. Killen and Penelope Ward. I've read V. Killen's books before. I think most of them are based in New York and contemporary romance about businessmen and just business in general, that kind of romance, like boss and secretary, that kind of vibe. And in Scrooge, it's 3 novellas that include Sexy Scrooge, The Merry Mistake, Christmas in New York, and that sounds really amazing and interesting and fun to read, and short stories is a jam. The next book that I really want to read is Love Like Farm by B.K. Borison. I have the audiobook for this because I have a Anyplay subscription, which unfortunately has the entire series, but this is the only Christmas/holiday themed book, so I'll be only reading this one. If I end up liking it, I'm just going to continue with the series, but for now we're just going to focus on the holiday themed book. I've seen so many booktubers and book talkers like read and raved about this book. It's really cute. Apparently it's friends to lovers. The heroine is trying to save her family business. Apparently she runs a Christmas tree farm. She's trying to enter this competition where the prize is an influencer will come to the farm to advertise the farm itself. And the influencer is very into the idea of being in love and romance, and she proposes her friend to be in like a fake relationship kind of situation to entice the influencers to go to a farm to win this competition. Let me just say that these are all like secondhand account that I've been listening to. I haven't even read the blurb yet, but that's what I've been told, and that's what I'm regurgitating out back to you guys. And the next book I really want to read is "'Tis Season for Revenge" by Morgan Elizabeth. So "'Tis Season for Revenge" is about our heroine Abby, who gets dumped by her boyfriend because she was not serious enough, and he is attempting to become like a partner in a law firm or something. So for revenge, Abby decides that she's going to date her ex's boss. Sounds amazing. And I've heard from the grapevine, booktube, book talkers, that this book is spicy, it's funny, and it's just everything. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I've downloaded it since it came out, and the cover looks really cute, and I like the premises of the story. It sounds amazing. Why is this a holiday book? Is because it's based around like a holiday ball. She wants to get an invite to the party to show up with the boss to piss off the ex. I don't know. Sounds amazing. Moving on. And the next book I really want to read is How the Grump Saved Christmas, and this one is by Claire Kingsley. So this story is a second chance romance between a heroine who is the farm owner. She wants to save the farm, and her ex is like a business mogul of some sort, and he is in it for the profit. I read the blurb really quickly before I started filming this video, and that's what I wrote in the notes, so we're just gonna go with what Past Rebecca has written in the PDF file. I did buy the audiobook because I have a Kindle Unlimited and it Whisper Sync, so I only got it for like $3.50. It's a bargain. I heard really good things about it. And the next book that has been around BookTube and BookTok once again is A Merry Little Meet Cute by Sierra Simone and Julie Murphy. I wanted to get this book so bad. It was sold out everywhere, and finally when it was in stock it was like $30. So I caved and bought the ebook instead. So I'm looking forward to reading it. So apparently our heroine is like a plus size sex worker, and our hero is a bad boy from a boy band, and he's trying to clean his image, and I think she's trying to get roles. I'm not too sure about the logistics of the book. I've only ever seen like snippets from here and there from other people talking about it. I don't want to watch too much videos about the book because I want to go into it like blind so I can have the full experience of the story. But anyway, sounds really cute. Seen it all over TikTok and BookTube and Instagram. Really want to read it. The cover looks really cute. Sierra Simone, I've read some of her books. They are spicy. I heard it's cute and spicy. So the next book I really want to read is The Naughty or Nice Clause. This one is not on Kindle Limited, but I did get it as an arc from NetGalley, which I'm so excited about. And before I started filming this video, I got another arc from True Beauty, which is like a webcomic from, I think it's owned by Wattpad now, but anyway, that's besides the point. I've been getting a lot of decent arcs these days. I'm really excited for it. I've read some books already, which I'll talk about towards the end of the video. And this book is about a heroine who is supposed to inherit her dad's toy factory, but unfortunately the factory is actually going under, is filing for bankruptcy. So all her shares that she's supposed to own is given to this businessman. It's a relationship between our main heroine who's supposed to inherit the toy company and the guy who's just in it for the profit that has all her shares. Will they save the toy factory? You just have to read the book, because I haven't read the book yet, and I'll let you know, and I will write out my review for NetGalley eventually. I think I'm just gonna read this one first because it's an arc and I've had it for a while now, think it got like approved like 2 weeks ago, but I just didn't have time until like today. And the next book that I really want to read is Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. So I had Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey for a while now. I think I got it a year and a half ago when it randomly went on sale, and I've heard really mixed things about it. I'm not the biggest fan of Tessa Bailey. I've tried to read her other books. They're really of an average read for me. I don't hate them, but I don't love them at the same time. I'm hoping that I'll come to love her book. So in Window Shopping, the heroine is actually the one that's the grump, and the hero is the sunshine, which I'm excited to read about. I heard she's like a bad girl and the guy is like the good guy, apparently. I don't know for a fact. And it is based around a shop where she dresses the window. I don't remember what exactly that job title is called, but something along those lines. Anyway, let's move on before I make a fool out of myself. So next book I really want to read is Holiday by Monica Murphy. I have read the previous books in this series, and I purposely skipped this particular title because I knew it was like a holiday title and I wanted to read it during the December period. Another reason is I wasn't particularly fond of this character when I was like reading it. I don't remember her name. Next book that I'm super excited to read is The Mistletoe Motive by Chloe Leese. I've only ever attempted to read one of Chloe Leese's other books and I didn't particularly love it. There was some issues with it, but I heard the rest of the series of the Bergman's was really good, but the first book wasn't. That's why I never finished it. But I'm looking forward to The Mistletoe Motive because it's slow burn, enemies to lovers, based in an independent bookstore. And it's a Kobo exclusive, but my local library does have a copy of it, so I didn't have to sign up for like the Kobo monthly subscription. I'm just so thankful that I was first on the list when the book came out. So kudos to my library and its audiobook, which I freaking love. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it. It'll be the second book that I'm going to read during this holiday period, December month, because I know a lot of people are waiting for it, so I'm definitely going to read it first. I'm going to read the arc first, and then this one will be second on my list. Okay, another book that my local library has, for whatever reason, I'm so thankful for it, is Wrapped Up in You by Talia Hibbert. And this one is celebrity romance, close proximity with like 27 pets. I think they're trapped in a cabin somewhere and they're surrounded with animals. That's what I got from reading the blurb on Goodreads for like 5 minutes before I started the video when I was like writing this thing up. I think I'm second in line for this audiobook. I'm not in a hurry for it, honestly, because I have The Mistletoe Motive first by Chloe Leese. Talia Hibbert, I do have one of her books, which is like the first from her series that is super popular on TikTok. I haven't read it yet, but I do own it. I'm gonna be honest here, I don't like celebrity romance or anything to do with like famous people in books, but if the romance is good, I'm here for it. If I don't mention something in the video format, I'll put captions and stuff here to clarify corrections. If you have anything you'd like to ask me for like further clarifications, opinion, feel free to leave it down below. I'll try my best to explain myself, because sometimes when I'm sitting here filming videos, like I'm all like, my mind is kind of a mess whenever I start filming these videos, because sometimes I film videos in the dead of the night and I have like 0 hours of sleep, but today I actually had 6 hours of sleep, so hopefully I actually make some sense for once. So the final book that I really want to read for the holiday season, holiday theme related, is by Trilina Pucci. If I butcher anybody's names or author's names, characters' names, sorry in advance, I can't read, I'm kind of dyslexic. So Tangled in Tinsel is a Why Choose romance, and that's all you really need to know, because I didn't bother to read the description. I'm just gonna go in blind. Had a lot of ratings, a lot of people like it. That's all I need. I don't need to justify myself. I read just about anything. Okay, to finish up with this book, I actually read 2 holiday books. The one book that I got from NetGalley is Merry Twinners by Margaret L. Carter. I realized this book has been out for a while, but for whatever reason it was just thrown on NetGalley, and it is a sci-fi why choose, but it's between like 2 people. So is it really why choose? It's twins, as the title suggests, and it has, you know, the storyline was like all over the place. I was really confused. It's a novella, and I think I rated it 3 stars, but if I'm being honest with myself, it's like 2.5. And yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I saw it on NetGalley. It looked interesting. I clicked on it. I do love me some sci-fi romance, so, and it was holiday themed, and that's why I picked it up. But that's one of the books that I read during the holiday season. And the other one that I read, which I was super surprised about, When She Married by Ruby Dixon. I love Ruby Dixon. I think I've read most of her stuff at this point. There are some books that I don't like, but for the most part, I think a good 85% of her backlog, especially her Ristoverse stuff, I will eat that up. I will eat those books up. I also really like her Ice Planet Barbarians and her Ice Home series. I don't really like the dragons. Anyway, I'm going off a tangent. But anyway, what I'm saying is I love Ruby Dixon, and I'm so happy she dropped this novella a couple of days ago. I read it, I ate it up during my lunch break, and it was amazing. I think you kind of have to read the other Ristoverse to get the vibe of the story. You can read it as a standalone, but it's better if you have like previous experience of the universe. Anyway, that's it for today. Let me know what kind of holiday books or what books you will be reading in the month of December. I'd like to hear from you. I know it's a lot, but most of them that I mentioned here are novellas, or I own the audiobook for it, so it should be like relatively easy for me to go through all this month's TBR. I've read some of the stuff that I mentioned in my previous video, so I'm doing great. And I do have like a couple of days off soon, and I like to say the text for this one is very doable. It's large text, which I did not expect. This one's actually not too bad as well, so it's possible. Anyway, the next video of mine should be the last haul video of 2022, and this will be mentioned once again because this is like my latest pickup and all of that. And let me know what you'll be reading in the month of December. What upcoming releases for next year are you looking forward to? Let me know if it's like romance related or any interesting books that you'd like to let me know. I'm intrigued and interested to know. If you have anything you'd like to say to me, leave a comment down below. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content from me. Hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Please stay safe and happy holidays. Bye!